Say what needs to be said. It's your host, it's your big dog, Asante, Mr. Pick Six Samuel, with my co-host, my dog, Mr. Elton, EP The Truth Patterson. We in the building. It's Monday. You know we here. Like we said, we're gonna be here. We here to give y'all the real truth, nothing but the truth. So help me. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna say the end of that. You know what I mean? So help me. You know what I mean?
some of it may not be all the way true, but we go try to give it the straight upness. That's what we talking about. We gonna stay true. I mean?
We're gonna give you our best opinionated opinion of everything and every situation we can. But we like to deal with facts in our opinion. Right. You know what I mean? So it's gonna always be some type of facts and you know, that's why they call it debate. So everybody debate and get in and let's see how it goes.
Truth.
You know what I mean?
You can call it our truth. That's supported by facts.
what you call it? Archery?
Our truth that's supported by facts. That's what we got.
There we go. Our truth supported by facts. You know what I mean?
Right.
And we're gonna give y'all that truth. So yeah, man, let's get in. We got the Super Bowl coming up. We're excited. You know, I don't know who y'all got, but we're gonna talk about that later in another episode. You know, we're gonna touch in the Super Bowl. The Super Bowl, everybody's arriving. Y'all ain't see Adam Schefter messed up. He was talking about the Commanders made it to the Super Bowl. Oh man, that was funny. You know, but he edited real quick. But Twitter people, boy, they don't play. The screenshot of that thing so fast, man, it's going viral. And they had fun. You know, anytime ESPN, that big platform, anytime they do something crazy, boy, you know, they give them hell. I don't know if you caught that one, EP.
I didn't catch it, but like you say, Twitter catches the moment you press send, it's gonna get screenshot. They catches it quick. It's nothing you could do about it. It's out there.
Man, yeah, everybody make a mistake. But shout out to Adam Schefter, man, for that mistake and catching it real quick. Commanders not in the Super Bowl, nowhere near, not even close. Yes, they would hope they would be in the Super Bowl, but they didn't make it to the Super Bowl. But let's get into it, man. Brock Purdy and Cam Newton, they don't stop, man. Cam Newton won't stop, man. What's going on? Talk to me, man. Let me know your thoughts before we're going to end up closing this Cam Newton, Brock Purdy whole situation out. Last time we're going to talk about it is after the Super Bowl. We got to talk about it because it's the top of the discussion and Brock Purdy's in the Super Bowl. Give me your thoughts, man. What's going on with this?
Man, with this whole Cam thing, it's weird because the way I see it is like he had a statement. He early on in the season, almost towards the later part of the season, he had his first statement saying he was a game manager. I don't know who came up with the topic, but maybe he was just trying to elaborate the difference between being great and a game manager, just to get people caught up, right? Now, today, it's almost like he's on a slippery slope, right? And I know you're going to tell your position on Brock Purdy probably before the season even started, but he's on a slippery slope because he's keep not retracting or like trying to go back on the statements that he keeps, right? Like on a slippery slope.
He got a mean pick six backpedal going on, boy.
Jeez. He's trying to clarify. I'm going to clarify. This is what I meant. This is what I meant. This. And it's like, it's not a lot of things you can say about a quarterback who's playing in the Super Bowl that's developing. Now, there's not a lot of things you can say. And coming from his perspective, I think, too, it's all about bandwagons. At first, he had some people agreeing because it was unknown.
That bandwagon strong, boy.
Right. They start jumping off his a little bit, right? Because, like, well, he's winning in the playoffs. Now a little bit more people jumped off. It's like, well, he's in the Super Bowl. So he's making himself look like, I'm going to stick to it, though. My name Cam Newton, and I played, and I'm going to stick beside what I'm
standing on business. Just imagine. I want y'all to feel me and put yourself in Cam Newton's shoes. We're talking about the audience, the chat, whoever listened to it in the radios, on the iPads or whatever, you know, podcasts or whatever. You know, just imagine you Cam Newton. You sitting back trying to think of some creative content. And your best shot is to try and justify why Brock Purdy is so successful. Cam's justification really doesn't make any sense at all to me. That's just my opinion. I don't know. I don't know what I mean. I don't understand how this is the whole thing. I guess because it's Cam Newton, he got a lot of followers and he was a quarterback. A quarterback leading his team to the Super Bowl, like you said, EP The Truth, right? Mm-hmm. But for me, this is beginning to sound like hate. Straight haterade. Right. And don't be that guy that falls victim to haterade potion. Y'all know what that haterade potion is? That's drinking that haterade, man. Every playoff game Purdy won, Cam Newton tried his best to discredit Purdy, man. And if that ain't sneak hating, then what is? Y'all see that? Sneak hating. Just like that. Cam just created a new phrase, sneak hating, man. This man is sneak hating. That's what this Cam Newton is doing right now. He is hating on a winner. Point blank, period. Point blank, period. And if y'all ain't hear it, the legend himself, Joe Montana, said it best. He said it best. The legend himself, this is what he said, and I quote, "I learned early in my career in the offense, it's not about me. It's about getting the ball to the people who knew what to do with the ball because I'm just the mailman. The football doesn't belong to me. I want to get the ball to somebody who knows how to run and knows how to catch. That's all. This is exactly." But for Cam's perspective, Cam is clearly showing he is an eye guy. And you can't be elite unless you're running the ball like he did. That's basically what he's saying. And as a quarterback, if you can't throw and run the offense the way it's designed to run, you won't have much success. You may have a little success, but not to the point where you reach greatness. So, I mean, this is crazy, but I just don't understand how this is just a thing. You know what I mean? Right. And on another point that Cam Newton tried to, like you say, he keep backpedaling and trying to clarify. Let me be clear. Let me clear this up for Brock Purdy. Brock Purdy is not the 10th best player on the team. He may be the 10th best athlete on the team, but the best player on teams varies player by player, year by year, based on production. And that's where I think everybody getting twisted and you jumping on the bandwagon. He don't even understand this because people don't understand. You may be the best athlete on the team, but the best player is the one that produces the most on the team. And by my count, the way I look at it, Brock Purdy is top 2, top 3 players on the team, probably behind Christian McCaffrey, or who's leading the NFL with 1,469 yards rushing and 564 yards receiving. He's second in receiving yards as a running back. But Brock Purdy is top 5 quarter in passing yards. You know what I mean? And then you got Brandon Ayuk. He's like top 7 in receiving yards. So we got to cut this out. The man is due his credit. You know what I mean? He is the top 3 player on the team, not the 10th, not in the trying to say he's the 10th best player on the team. Man, that is crazy, man. Right. Well, I ain't finished. No. Because I want to get a little personal. Now let's get a little personal, because that's what it seemed like Cam is doing to me. He tried to say everybody want to take personal shots and all this stuff and this and that. Now let's get a little personal. Cam's best season, how everybody's seen it, was his MVP season, 2015. He threw for 3,800 yards with 35 touchdowns and 10 interceptions. Pretty good. And he also rushed for 636 yards, right? That's what made him, I guess, so dynamic, is him able to run the ball. But the most impressive thing in that season was he led his team to a 15-1 record, and they went to the Super Bowl, which they eventually lost to the Denver Broncos. Mm-hmm. So that was his best season. And he even threw for over 4,000 yards. And he threw for 4,000 yards once, his rookie season. That was it. Not again, not ever again. Only one time he threw for over 4,000 yards. So like I said, you can run the ball as much as you want, but a quarterback is designed to throw the ball and get the ball to his playmakers. So Cam Newton's justification it seems like it's surrounded by him because he's an eye guy. And I think the question is, would Cam Newton take the 49ers to the Super Bowl in his prime? And probably not. You know why? Because Cam is not about to get the ball to the playmakers. He needs to be Superman. He ain't going to see them weapons in front of him. He's going to be like, hey, I see you wide open, Debo. Nope. Let me go this way. It's time for me to be Superman, because this ain't going to look right. If I throw you the ball and my accuracy ain't as good as it needs to be, and I don't complete that pass, now y'all going to start looking at me crazy. So you know what? Debo, I see you open, but I'm going to roll out and roll this way and make him miss, and make him miss. Then I'm going to throw the ball. Now it looks good. Now it looks like I'm elite. Now it looks like I'm a game breaker, baby. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But that's all this about, man. We need to lay this to rest, man. And yeah, Cam Newton, you're wrong. Brock Purdy is not the 10th best player on the team the 2023 season. You're absolutely wrong. He is the top 3 player on this team, if not 1 or 2. You understand what I'm saying? Like I said,
right.
5 in passing, and he has led his team to the Super Bowl. Every team, every quarterback got playmakers and players around him. So I put this junk to rest, man. How you going to finish that? What you need to say, my brother?
I got you.
Respond if you got some guts. You understand what I'm saying? Respond right to me, because I'm responding right to you. And like you say, it's a debate, but make it make sense. He is not the 10th best player on the team. Like I said, Cam Newton. Now make me understand that, because it's about production. Maybe the 10th best athlete. Think about that. You know what I mean?
I think you're making a great point, and you're making people think outside of the box when he says that. It is similar to what he said earlier between the game managers and game breakers. And I think if you go back, we got receipts. If you go back, and one of the things I said back then was maybe he's associating game breakers with athleticism, to be able to get the ball and do something. But that doesn't, then that's how we came up with Brady, because you're going to take him. He's not athletic. Everybody know that. But he's
so that's what he had to backtrack. And another thing, that's what I'm saying. You understand, when I called him out about that Brady situation, you see he ain't never said nothing else about Brady. So now he's stuck. He's boxed in. He's boxed in to everybody he think is a game breaker, some people that use their legs. And he's totally wrong. He's totally wrong. You don't just need your legs to be a game breaker. And that's like I said, he sees Debo open. Nope, I ain't throwing it to you, because I ain't that accurate. And if I miss the ball and I don't throw the ball correctly, they gonna get on me. So let me run around, and so I can do my Superman and look like it's all about me, baby. Joe Montana, you better go listen. I know your days is over. Hey, but all the quarterbacks that look up to Cam Newton and things like that, all right, you can look up to whoever you want to, but listen to the legendary Joe Montana. He said he learned early how to run the offense, get the ball to his playmakers. He's just the mailman. The quarterback is just the mailman. He don't want the ball in his hands. You know what I mean?
Right. And like you say, it's more so athletic. I can feel Cam coming from an athletic standpoint of view. Nobody's arguing with him. I'm a fan of Cam when he played, and he was entertaining. Like you say, that Superman. It was entertaining.
Dab. It is entertaining.
You remember when the dad was in there? Like it was entertaining. It was cool. Like everybody had it like that.
It was fun. It was cool. Wonderful. It definitely he was motivation, and he inspired the youth and all that good stuff. You understand?
So I'm gonna give him that. But what I'm also gonna say is, because it's EP the truth, is don't take away from others just because they're not like that. And to say that Brock Purdy, when I heard
haterade, it's haterade. That's what it is. When you talking about him, use the phrase haterade in there. Go ahead, AP. Haterade.
I just saw if you could have saw me reading or watching it when he said it, I'm just like, dog, 10th best player on the roster. And I'm coming from bring me over to the business side. You know, I'm a sports agent. This is what I do for a living. There's no way you can say he's the 10th best player in the roster. And if I was Brock Purdy and I was going in and this was his free agent year, right? If everybody's free agents, business-wise, you're going to tell me they would pay Brock Purdy 10th? You got to tell. I would go in there and say he needs $50 million a year right now. Nobody will argue with me. And you don't pay somebody that's 10th on the roster, $50 million a year. It just doesn't happen. So he can't support that, saying that he's the 10th. Who's in front of him? All right, after McCaffrey, after Ayuk, supposedly, after Debo, who you put? You gonna put a linebacker in front of him. He got more place value on the team. You gonna put a safety in front of him. What you gonna do? You gonna put an O lineman in front? Now Trent Williams, all right. But it's no way you're talking he's number 10. Like, I think he was just I don't know what was going on his podcast that day. I don't know if he was distressed or, you kind of say erratic things when you're back against the wall, my brother, and you're on that slippery slope. Hey, you know what it is? Let me give this example to you. You're falling down a hill, and you're trying to catch, and you catch a branch, and you just reach up and catch that branch. That he's the 10th best player was a branch catcher. He just do something out there. It's like, there's no way you can say
a bridge connector. A bridge connector. He's the 10th best player. You know what I mean? Like you said, he's sitting back on his couch trying to think of this creative content, and he's sitting back and say, you know what? That's a good one. He's the 10th best player on his team. Yep, let me say that tomorrow. There's no credibility just because he's Cam Newton, he think he's right. No, and I'm going to repeat and I'm going to say it again. Brock Purdy is not the 10th best player on the team. He is 1, 2, or 3. Only probably one he's probably behind is Christian McCaffrey. So like I said, Cam Newton, you need to stop this foolishness. Give this man his credit. And it's like I say, the business model. Use the 7th round pick. If you're a top 5 pick, top 10 pick, this stuff is not even a question. You understand what I'm saying? It's not even really a question, but you Mr. Irrelevant. You're not supposed to be there. And now it leaves you wide open for people to take shots on you, man. That's some bull crap, man. I've been supporting Brock Purdy from the beginning. So y'all call me out if y'all see me changing up, but I'm all about accountability. And I knew from the beginning that it was all about winning for quarterbacks. Point blank period, man. That's what it is. Point blank period. You understand what I'm saying?
Nobody on their team. You can ask the 49ers and nobody would say he's the 10th best player. On their own team, nobody would agree with that. And they'd be like, Purdy? Nah, Purdy, but nah. They keep it real. You know, some of them say top 5, some of them say he the best. Nobody would put him on their whole roster would say he's the 10th best player.
He might can't run the fastest. He might don't jump the highest. He might can't bound the farthest. He might can't do the shuttle drill the quickest. He might can't do the air drill. But his job is to lead his team, make the plays that the offense is designed to make, and get them to where they're at. The Super Bowl. Right. Can Cam Newton do that? I don't know. You did it one time, and it came up short. The Denver Broncos. Leave the man alone. Stop taking shots. Stop. Get rid of the haterade potion, because that's all it is. And I know you're gonna continue. If this man go win the Super Bowl, it's gonna be eating you up inside. You're gonna be eating you up. You're gonna be like, let me think of something to say. That's what's gonna be going on. You know what I mean? So you gotta get it out your heart, man. Get it out your heart, man. That's what it is. Right. But moving on, man. Let's get to these Dallas Cowboys. The freaking Dallas Cowboys. You know, it's like the Cowboys will never change. And you know, I'm convinced. I'm convinced the Dallas Cowboys, Bill Belichick is the man to take over the Dallas Cowboys organization, period. Because change is needed in that culture. Everyone needs to get on one accord. And if you can't tell already, the Super Bowl has not even came. The season not even fully over. And now the Dallas Cowboys continues to bring attention to themselves. Like, no one has no media training within the facilities. They don't understand how to conduct themselves. They don't understand that we're one accord, one team. And it's one person, one of the biggest players, Micah Parsons. Micah Parsons can't shut his mouth for nothing. He can't just be in the offseason, enjoy offseason, and enjoy the fruits of his labor. You know what I mean? From the season. Right. He's out here taking shots at his teammates. Now he's he took shots at David, I don't want to mess up his last name.
Njoku.
David Njoku, right?
Yep.
And like I say, it's easy to see this team lacks leadership. They have all the talent in the world that is needed, but with no leadership or accountability, talent is just talent. And Micah Parsons continues to act like his shit just don't stink.
Right.
You know what I mean? He's adding his team and his name to the #1 target, walking around. He's a walking bullseye, right? Right? Mm-hmm. And that's why I say things will never change in Dallas Cowboys organization until the leadership from the top of the food chain is replaced. You know what I mean? And he acting like he tells, I think they had David and Micah Parsons, they was doing some NFL Madden challenge or something like that, right? Mm-hmm. And Micah Parsons taking a shot. He says, yeah, I think David did pretty good, but you know, Cleveland is just Cleveland. And David wasn't having that. He like, what you talking about? You know what I mean? And then before that, Micah Parsons taking shots. He probably didn't see it as shots, but he's telling Dallas didn't provide the team with the players they needed to be successful. And it's like, what are you doing? We touched on this. What did you do when the time, when it was important, when the pressure was on, when the game was on the line, when y'all was getting whooped 21-0 in the first half? You understand what I'm saying? You got to come into the season, the off season, humble, one game at a time, one play at a time. And that's the situation. You're going to see the Dallas Cowboys going to come in the next season talking about the Super Bowl. We win in the Super Bowl. And that's the problem. They need leadership. And I think Bill Belichick can be the person that can really change that dynamic and that culture of that team, along with someone to watch over him and have over Belichick's head to make sure he doesn't make and do any crazy personnel decisions and stuff like that. But I think Bill Belichick can do it, man. And I know Jerry Jones has it in the back of his mind, man. Don't study too long. Don't study long. You study wrong. Make that decision. The season is coming up, man. And I think that'd be a good move, man. I think that'd be a good move.
That's funny you say this because people think they just swear up and down that you hate Bill Belichick. But no, you accept him. You just say don't overtalk Bill Belichick, but you accept him for what he is. And you're looking at the Dallas Cowboys, which is basically, lack of better terms, they're a bunch of prima donnas over there. Like a bunch of divas. And they're just not tough. You know, they're not tough on the O-line, D-line. They saying little slick stuff. They talking stuff. They're taking it out to the Pro Bowl when they had him and Njoku sitting there. And he thinking whatever he talk about in the locker room, he feel like he could talk about it in front of this dude. The dude like, nah, bro. Cleveland, bro, we would have beat y'all. Like, you know what I'm saying? They talking trash back and forth. And it's mainly because they lack discipline. And that's why you're saying Bill Belichick in the Cowboys is exactly what they need, because you eliminate all of that. Bro, we just need to play football. Their main thing next year is let's win. They need to focus on winning preseason.
You know what I mean? And that's what I'm saying. The homeboy in the chat, he's sick of Micah Parsons already. It's like, man, get these players off podcast. And that's probably the first thing Belichick gonna tell him to do. And he's gonna tell him in a way that it won't get the organization in trouble. Hey, man, all you talking on your podcast, stay off the damn podcast. I don't want to hear shit on your podcast. And guess what? If you don't listen or abide by the rules, other things will happen and transpire. And if he see that you can't fit on one accord or do what is told and how this organization needs to be ran, you're gonna be gone. So that's why I think Belichick is just like, what is this guy? He's caught up in the media instead of playing football. You caught up in being a media personality. You may be aspiring to be a broadcaster or a commentator and stuff like that, but brother, you should just be talking about your play and the Dallas Cowboys play, and that's it. Maybe just the defense and the defensive line. That's it. You just keep it there. And matter of fact, keep it within yourself and the teammates. But Dallas Cowboys, bring in Bill Belichick, man, because everyone want to see Dallas Cowboys do good, including myself. And I'm not a Dallas Cowboys fan, but I'm just sick of it not succeeding. And everybody, I'm tired of seeing Michael Irvin, the sweat and his hair fall and the grease and the black dye and all that stuff. I'm tired of seeing everybody about to pass out because of these Dallas Cowboys, man. So let's get Bill Belichick in there, man. They get everybody on one accord. Get Micah Parsons to get off that goddamn podcast. Micah Parsons, get off that goddamn podcast, boy. You know what I mean? And focus, like you say, and focus on one game at a time in the preseason. Right. You know what I mean? They're gonna start with the preseason. Don't come in there talking about y'all got the Super Bowl this year. You know, and things will be a little better, man.
Yeah, and when you look at the history, of the Cowboys, because like I said, I wanted to see the Cowboys in the playoffs. It's America's team, right? Supposedly. But when you look at the history of Parsons on the podcast, he was going back and forth with Skip Bayless. I think last year when he was supposed to come in on every Tuesday, he went on there. I ain't want to do y'all show anyways. You just like, come on, bro. Why are you even talking?
I understand you young, but that was like kiddie stuff. You made an agreement. You agreed to come, and now you want to take shots at him because he's criticizing the Cowboys, who you think is all of that, and y'all ain't doing so good. You want to criticize him. He want to criticize you. And you want to say he's just mad because you didn't come on the show. Yeah, of course he's mad you didn't come on the show. You agreed. But second of all, y'all wasn't doing nothing. So yeah, y'all deserve to be criticized. But man, they need to be on one accord over there. And Jerry Jones, I don't know if he loves or he used to, the flashy Deion Sanders and, the Emmitt Smiths and Michael Irvins and things like that. But that ain't what it is for your team right now. You got to have a serious leadership. And I don't know if anybody can point out the leader on that team right now. Who is the leader? Who is the person that's going to say something that everybody listens to, that everybody respects? I don't see nobody. And for me, it should be Dak Prescott. But you can see he got no respect from nowhere. And he don't even demand his respect. And like I said, I done talked about men demanding their respect a long time ago in Russell Wilson. And that's what it seems like over there. From training camp. When they was, he threw an interception, called him, they talking, it was play, but the way they tone and the things they said and the context and stuff like that, that didn't give me the leader and everybody respect you as the leader of this team. Because like I said, I might be spoiled because I was raised around Tom Brady and I saw things a little different. But Bring Bill Belichick in there, and y'all will have a way better chance of being successful. I know at least everybody will be on one accord. You know what I mean? And,
hey, well, let's say that we could say this then. It's fair to say, even though the Dallas Cowboys is a multi-billion-dollar organization, we right now on this podcast probably had a solution for all Dallas Cowboys fans right there. I know it sounds no way that y'all know what y'all talking about in regards to a whole franchise being successful. Do what we say right now.
Yes.
Hire Bill Belichick.
Spread the message to the front office, the general managers. Like, listen, we not on this thing just trying to create content. We say what we think is real, the truth, and say what needs to be said with facts behind it. Like I said, I come from Bill Belichick. I know what he's going to do. I know the crazy stuff. That's why I said you got to have somebody, watching him over his head and don't give him all the power and things like that. But it will be a difference. It can be a big difference, man. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, I believe it. No, I think everybody in Dallas, all their fans would be happy again to see a disciplined, organized team without prima donnas. Because they got the talent. As you can see, we talk nothing about talent. It's nothing to do with talent. They got the talent.
You got the talent. All the talent is there to win the Super Bowl. Only thing I say, like I said, on the other side of CeeDee Lamb, I think it needs some speed. And they go draft some speed, and don't have to depend on CeeDee Lamb to, create on those key third down plays and man-to-man, and somebody that could just take the top off the defense. That will make a big difference. You know what I mean?
Right.
You know what I mean? Who said that? I see you. D-Pat always in the building, man. Shout out to D-Pat.
Right.
But if y'all ain't hear the news, man, Patrick Mahomes Sr. So Patrick Mahomes' father, the quarterback from the Kansas City Chiefs, we all know Patrick Mahomes. We know. But a lot of us can relate, man, had that father situation, the same type of father that it looks like, and, we presume it to be the way they show us and showcase it, that Patrick Mahomes Sr. continues to get in trouble with the law, and it seems like he has a partying problem. I'm just gonna say a partying problem, and we all can relate. You know what I mean? Or a lot of us can relate. And he was reportedly booked and taken in, but for driving while intoxicated. The Kansas City Star reported. You know what I mean? Tell me about any crazy situation. I know you probably don't have much, but tell me, you ever had anyone in your family that was, let's say, obnoxious, didn't really want to abide by the law, maybe felt entitled and always asked for things and thought that you're supposed to provide for them and treat them a certain way? Tell me about, these father and family situations.
Well, if you want to talk directly in resemblance to this situation,
yeah,
the closest family type situation I've seen up close and personal is probably Jasper.
Oh, Lord, you gonna take my whole story. Go ahead. If y'all don't know who Jasper is, Jasper Samuel, that's my daddy, man. And woo, listen, I could do a whole series about this man. And listen, this is the funniest man you can ever imagine. But I can relate directly to Patrick Mahomes Jr. and Sr. and all my friends and everybody, because I had to save him. But go ahead, tell them something you remember. Go ahead.
Well, here's the deal. When I say Jasper, which is Asante's dad, it reminds, when I saw the story and I saw the mugshot, it reminded me of your dad. He was there to have a good time. He's going to brag on his son. We went to plenty of Eagles games together. We sat together. He's walking around. He got a jersey on. He's that guy. Like, he was there. Now, he never got arrested. All right. He never got arrested. Cool. He could hold his own a little bit. But he he never got arrested, but I don't know if I told him the story, but he did something a little worse than getting arrested. I'm gonna tell you. Go ahead, finish. Well, either way, that's how it worked out. Is that I looked at it like he's proud, and a lot of people not even blaming Senior right now, Patrick Mahomes Sr. as like doing that bad of a thing. Right. But just, I'm looking at it from a funny. It's like I lived that because I was around Jasper the entire time, and he was there. There's no. Oh, EP, you ain't doing. Where y'all going at tonight, man? It's like you trying to come? Yeah, he ain't missing the party. He ain't missing the party at all. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, let me get into my dad, man. Like you say, my dad, he has been arrested before, but he never really got arrested for DUI, and partly because
I provided him with his first car. So he didn't have a car all the way until I was in the NFL. And that was probably like 4 or 5 years into the NFL. And then when he, got into the NFL, got him a car. He came home with accidents multiple times. And you ask him the story leads nowhere and never going to make any sense. One time he said he was driving and the truck ran him off the road and shot at the top of the car, and he ran and hit the side of the median. And no police or nothing came, and come home and the car just all messed up. Now, he could have messed up my life. Let me tell you, so many ways and so many different situations. And I didn't understand because I was trying to save him. You know what I mean? But yeah, Patrick Mahomes Sr., I think his first arrest allegedly came in like 1994. So this is an ongoing thing. It's not like it's back to back to back to back. You know what I mean? It's a dangerous thing we're playing with, driving while intoxicated. You don't want to do that. You don't want to play with the law. You don't want to put anyone's life in jeopardy, first and foremost, you know what I mean? Or let alone your passengers, yourself, your family, and family members. But yeah, that's the thing. How, as Bill Belichick would say, why don't we effing just get an Uber? Like, why? I just gave you $500 million. You can't get your daddy an Uber? Right. Like, why is he driving? You know what I mean?
Or a personal driver. Just you had a personal driver when you was with New England. When we used to go to the Celtics game, you had a driver drive us around, and you was on a rookie salary. So why just not assign a driver wherever you go? Like at that age, I don't want to drive now.
You see the chat?
Oh yeah, they were still talking about Andy Reid's son accident. How do you think this plays out in the locker room? So basically, with the DWI, with Andy Reid's son, now is Patrick Mahomes Sr. has the
exactly,
DWI.
And that's why I'm reiterating that I know that this is going to be a big deal for Andy Reid, especially because Andy Reid, man, if y'all understand Andy Reid, he's a very family-orientated guy. He loves his player. He helps his players out. He wants everybody to do good and stay out of trouble. He's not the most disciplinary guy, you know what I mean? But he understands it's going to be touchy. So that's why he's going to have this talk with Patrick Mahomes. He's going to relate to his son and his situation, and he's going to tell him, listen, man, we got to figure this out. You got to get your daddy some help and, make sure he's not driving. And not just because he's your dad and things like that, but it brings a lot of attention. You're the $500 million quarterback. You're potentially the second best quarterback to ever play the game. Ain't gonna be the first, you know what I mean?
Not yet.
So it's gonna be very touchy to him, and I know Andy Reid is he feels a way, and is like you say, his son is in a crazy situation because of that, and my condolence to the family from the son situation and all that stuff. Got to always make sure we do that. But right. Yeah, man, I don't know, man. We all have that father in our life, and yeah, I have that father. He didn't stop. I had to walk away from my father. If y'all don't understand, my father was a recovering addict. I saved him from, the streets. I took him to rehab, brought him up there with me in Boston, Massachusetts, and I saw it firsthand. He couldn't stop. He wanted to party. He just is out of control. He doesn't want any discipline or any responsibilities. And the thing that he did the craziest, it's y'all don't understand. My dad got the neighbor pregnant.
Oh, shit. Hold on. I don't even know if I knew that one.
Bro, when I tell you, it was a young lady too.
Oh.
With like 2 kids. I think she thought that my dad was going to be rich and have all this money. And because he was my dad, I'm on a rookie salary. I don't barely understand the NFL. I got him working at AutoZone. You understand what I'm saying? Right. And one day he comes in the house and he tells me the neighbor is pregnant. I'm like, are you kidding me? Who's the father here? Am I the father or you the father? What's going on here? You understand? And that's, I had to learn, and I learned who he was. And then I learned so much, and I had to separate, man. I had to let go. My mom tried to tell me, but hey, you got to live and learn. I had to learn the hard way, man.
Well, we always going to try. We always going to try to help. You only could do so much because you got a family of your own, right? So we get it. We got to try, and you get an A for effort. But I think one of the different things with Patrick Mahomes Sr. is I see it a little different. And the only reason why, because he's lived that life already. Like, he told a story about how he met Patrick Mahomes' mother, like in a liquor store. Like, hey, you're gonna have my kids. You know, some story, it went like that. So he's always been that guy. He has a level of discipline because he's played in the MLB and was a professional. He just carrying it on over being himself. And I think Patrick Mahomes, but don't quote me as a wrong on it, but I think he had some riff-raff or some troubles going on too, on being kind of erratic as well. So maybe the brother took after the daddy and Patrick took after his mom. I don't know. Patrick Mahomes Jr. has a little edginess to him in his competitiveness, though. He put it on the field. He's competitive on the field. So you want that. But the dad is, I'm pretty sure if we can get Patrick Mahomes on the show, maybe we can get him on here one day. He probably will say, son, I relate to you with your dad situation. And you know what? It's just my daddy. He is who he is. You know what I'm saying? He probably gonna like, I bought him a car. I got him a driver, and he still chose to drove on his own. It's probably some story like that. You know what I'm saying? So I just think it's a little different. Hopefully, I think it's not uncontrollable. His dad's been there. I think it's a switch, and his dad can just say, you know, he's professional. I don't think he's uncontrollable. I think he just got a DWI, but I think he's professional.
Yeah, like they said in the chat, man. Yeah, we are real players, NFL players. We are real people, man. Athletes, celebrities, however you want to see it. We have real emotions. We have real hearts. We cry. We hurt. We're in pain. We go through real life stuff. I'm going through, man. I've been going through things since I've been left the NFL. So it's true, man. And yeah, don't just think that it's all peaches and cream for us because you see us on TV or whatever, the assets and things we might have, materialistic things we have. So yeah, man, we fighting this struggle for life every day, man, trying to get through life just as y'all are, man. So you know the fight is on. Keep fighting, baby. Keep grinding. Grind our way to the top. You know what I mean?
Right.
But keep going. Patrick Mahomes, man, is it possible our boy Brock Purdy can outplay Patrick Mahomes in his Super Bowl? Now let me tell you one thing about Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes, he plays to that standard. Whatever's on the line, whatever needs to be done. This is what I've seen from Patrick Mahomes. This is not his best year, and he still had over 4,000 yards. Everybody to kind of look at this year like it was kind of a bad year for him, but it wasn't really bad. It was just not Patrick Mahomes like, you know what I mean? But what I like about Patrick Mahomes is when the pressure's on and the game's on the line and the situation football is on the line, he answers and he embraces that moment. And he's that type of guy. And Brock Purdy, this is going to be the biggest challenge, man, that he has. And I want to know if he can outplay Patrick Mahomes. I don't see it. I don't know if it's possible, but we'll see, man. I don't know. I got Kansas City. City, man.
Right. No, I got Kansas City too. And look at it from a player standpoint of view. Now, I want as an underdog, and I don't even sure if they under. I need to look at the lines. I think the 49ers are favorite, but either way, my underdog 49ers, I want them to win because I'm tired. Kansas City been in the Super Bowl 4 out of 5 times. I'm kind of tired of seeing the red and white, you know. But as a player, though, let's talk strictly player. Going into this game, if you say, who are you excited about? Right. My teammate is Patrick Mahomes. I'm excited. Like, hey, bro, Pat, let's go. Hey, we know we're going to do this. If it's Brock Purdy, it's like, I believe in him, but I don't know if I'm just saying apples to oranges, Brock Purdy versus Patrick Mahomes. And I'm going to give you a little example. On this basketball team. On this basketball team I'm coaching.
Hold on, before you give me that example, remember that basketball team. I don't know if that analogy is completely correct, because if I'm on Brock Purdy's team on his side, I'm putting that chip in his shoulder. I keep nagging him, telling him, hey, it's time to answer. They keep talking about you a game manager. It's time to show them. You playing against a playmaker over there. You playing against the elite, who they say is elite. Let's go show them out. Let's go show out. But go ahead. You know what I mean? Finish.
But that's the problem, right? You always talk about it from your perspective as a leader. Purdy's supposed to be the leader. You cover the tail.
But it's only his second year. It's only his second year, right? It's only his second year.
Don't
You know
matter.
what I mean?
We're in the Super Bowl today. I need you to be a leader, right? You don't have to go tell Patrick Mahomes that. And that's the only thing I was saying in the locker room. You're worried about everybody else. Hey, Pat gonna do his thing. D-line, I need y'all to go get these. Hey, defense, get the ball in Pat's hands so we can go ahead and win this game. That's how we talking. We ain't worried about it, Pat. You said at the beginning of this part, you said we know Patrick Mahomes gonna come in here, dog. He gonna do his thing. That's all I'm saying.
I ain't gonna lie. I'm looking in Brock Purdy's eyes like all pregame, boy. I'm checking him out. You ready? Let's go, boy. It's showtime. I better not see no sign of anything to show that he's scared, anxious, or anything, boy. Hey, let's go.
See that?
It's time to go, boy. Hey, it's now. I ain't no tomorrow. God damn it. You see who over there? Let's go.
I can see you over there, literally. If we're in the locker room with Purdy, I can see you keep following this dude around. He's like,
go,
son,
boy.
man.
Throw me that rock. Let me see it. Let me see how you whipping that thing. Okay, yeah, you ready, boy. You ready. Debo, you gonna get about 7 catches a day. Brandon, you're gonna get about 5 today, boy. I feel it. You know what I mean?
And I'm over here, son.
That's
Come
what
on.
leaders do.
I'm over here, son. The defense over here. Come on back to this side of the locker room, bro. He's like, give me a second. I'm
talking this shit, man. Y'all just tell me the coverage, man. Don't tell me anything else. This is all I wait for. They'd be like 3-4, 3-4, cover right blitz, cover 3, break. That's all I want to hear. Cover 3 or cover 1. I ain't listening to anything else. So while I'm talking to Purdy, y'all over there going over defense, just tell me the coverage. Now I'll be ready.
Hey, you know what's funny? Who used to do something like that is when I was in Cincinnati with Chad Johnson at the time before we became Ocho Cinco. At halftime, he would literally walk around everybody locker. Hey, stop stressing. I got this. Don't worry. I'm gonna win the game. Hey, stop this. Hey, we good. Hey, we gonna win. He went around to everybody and do that, man. So I can see you kind of going over there to the offensive side, making sure they ready, bro.
Eugene Wilson, like when we was rookies, I was in my first year. He was in his first year too. Maybe in like our second year, but he was a starter and I wasn't starter, so I was kind of scared to show act my way and bring out my whole swag. So he would take his little drink and stuff and walk around and lock me like he looking at everybody's eyes. You scared? Ain't time to be scared now. You can't be scared now, boy. Hey, you scared over there? Like you scared. You can't be scared now. I'm thinking what if they are scared, Eugene? Like you calling them out. Like, what if they are a little scared? Like
so funny,
shout out to Eugene Wilson, man. I don't know where you at, man, from Illinois, man. He had so many pass breakups in college. You used to have like 31 a season.
He was active, man. He was active. But back to my little quick analogy with the basketball players. I know you asked, just so if y'all just tuning in, he asked Brock Purdy or Patrick Mahomes Super Bowl. Going into the game as a former player, and I'm coaching basketball, right? We got a little point guard named Quinn. I'm so much more comfortable knowing that Quinn is in the game. I just feel like we can win this thing. Like it's like I don't even really have to coach him. I got to make sure everybody else around him playing. So that's how I feel. As a player, knowing that Mahomes, I got to go with Mahomes, man. Like I know he's gonna come. He's gonna ball out, man. He's gonna do his thing. He's not gonna be off. Yeah. Purdy, I don't know. I'm hoping Purdy does good. Like I don't know. I'm hoping.
I get it. You got the confidence. You got that player. Like I'm confident in this player. I know he's gonna do his thing. Like I say, Brock Purdy is in his second year. So, but hey, he might shock the world. If he shocked the world, I might have to come up with a whole new song for Brock Purdy, boy.
Yeah.
Whole new song. Yeah. Brock Purdy, I'm waiting. Hey, I'm telling you, Brock Purdy, make you another song, brother. If you like to hear it, if you like the way it sounded, make you another song. This one gonna sound even better. That one went gold. We gonna make this one go platinum. You hear me? So make another song, Brock Purdy.
I like it.
Hey, man, so congratulations are in order for Travis Hunter. Clap it up.
Oh, yeah,
Travis Hunter, he recently got engaged to his reported longtime sweetheart, girlfriend from high school. Good thing you see him spending nothing but time with his girlfriend. Seemed like that's the love of his life. That's his ride or die. That's his backbone. All those good things, and he's building. If y'all don't understand young men and young women, he's building, and he recently got engaged. And we bring it up because we want to know, this is a young man still in college, still enjoying his life, in his prime of his life, still partying. He can go out, he can pretty much do anything he want in his life right now. But he decided to get engaged, make a commitment to his longtime girlfriend in college at the height of his career. Is this a good thing or is this a bad thing?
I think in our culture, it's an impressive thing, right? Because where we come from, we're not thinking marriage and all of that stuff. We get to school, we think we're gonna have fun. I gotta be the man. I'm gonna be stunned. I'm hanging out, bottles. It's like he's totally different, right? I think it's a good matter of fact. You're like the only person I've known that really had like not the only, but one of the few people I known to have like a girlfriend in college, right? And like everybody else work, and it's very few people. Trust me on this, very few people. And I think I told you this before. Like, I don't know how you do it. It's very few people that can do both. You got to be mature. You have had to seen a lot of stuff by then to manage, because it's a lot of emotions when you got a girlfriend and you're on your journey to go to the NFL. It's extremely hard. Either you got to be just godly gifted talent to where it don't matter what you do. You had those people who can drink all night and come play, or have a girlfriend, have 5, and they just ballers. But 98% of the players, they can't do both because they get distracted too easy. For Travis Hunter, I think it's right down the alley, and it allows him to just focus on football.
Yeah.
He focuses in on his workouts. He's not in the streets. He's not trying to do this. He
knows what he wants. He's a young man
humble.
that knows what he wants. You can see it.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I like too. I like what's impressive about him. You could see the maturity in him when he took that late hit from the guy from Colorado State. Everybody was ready to do the culture thing and attack and belittle people and where he at and go find him. Like, let's mound up. Let's go get him. And he met up with the guy, told him he understood. And he wasn't on that. He's a different mentality. He has a different mentality. So that's a kudos to him. That shows the type of person he is and the maturity he has. Man, that guy is blessed, and he's going to have a tremendous career. And that's what I mean. Like, so it's crazy. You see that EP says, what EP said that I'm one of the few that he knew that had a girlfriend in college.
Like live-in girlfriend, like you don't have a roommate in college. I mean, even though we was roommates, you had a live-in girl. You managed the whole life, kid
in college.
You managed all of that in college, and not a lot of people do that.
I just so happen to have stories for every darn situation. I don't know why. That's why I'm telling you it looks good, and the way Travis Hunter is handling it, he looks like he can handle it, and he's mature enough to do it. Me, I moved my son's mother up. And I think it was my sophomore year in college. Me, like I say, I'm raised by my mother and my sister. I want a family. I want to understand what a family. I want to break this, cycle and have a family and raise my kids the way they're supposed to be raised. So I move her up there, and let's just say maybe I didn't have the maturity it took, or maybe she didn't. I don't want to take all the fault because I think I'm pretty good. But I don't like to put blame on people, you know what I mean? But both of us, we didn't have the maturity it took. And let me tell you some of the things we went through. And I'm gonna tell you some football related things real quick. That's why me and EP is on this, because he seen my life. My life is crazy. He's seen everything unfold, you know what I mean? And one of the situations, and this is where I realized that it was over. It was time for me to be removed from this relationship and move on. You get your combine letter in the NFL. You want to go to the combine. EP didn't even get a combine letter. I got a combine letter. You know what I mean? He thought he was the first round pick in the team. I got a combine letter.
Devastated.
I was excited, because I was waiting on this letter. This pretty much tells you you're in the runnings to make it, to be a draft pick. So I got this letter. But now I got to send it back to my agent to let him know that I'm coming, and all the questionnaire questions on there and all those good stuff. So now, boom, me and my girlfriend at the time, my child's mother, we having an argument, whatever. She's from Lauderdale. If y'all don't understand how we get down in Lauderdale, well, here's some examples. So I got my letter. This is to change our life, for me to make it to the NFL. And boom, she sees the letter. She understands completely what it's about. And we're arguing. She takes the paper and write BITCH on it.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to laugh.
She writes a curse word, a female dog, on my combine paper. You don't get copies. It ain't like you can make copies or you could print it out and do another one. This is in the mail. This is all I got. And I have to send it back like this. And it had a little rip on the side because I was trying to grab it from and stop it from writing on it. And it has a rip on the side. So I have to send my combine letter off to the NFL that says female dog on a BITCH. You know what I mean? And wow. And then after the tussle, guess what? She calls the authorities. The popo. And I'm so used to the popos being called on me. I know it's crazy. I know you're like, what? Man, popo, I'm so used to dealing with the police, man. Everybody just call the police. I don't know why people. So now the popo come, I run in the closet. Go hide in the closet. So I know she want to ruin my life. You know what I mean? So she called the police. Then I called my mama. My mama know how to disengage a lot of things. She know how to handle it. You know what I mean? So, mom, blah, blah, blah. She can't call her, man. She doing this, she doing that. Help me out. Mama make that call. I get that knock on the door. Say the police, Orange County Police in Orlando, Florida. Or was it Oviedo Police? I don't know, one of them.
One of the two. Probably Oviedo.
It could come to the house. And whatever they say, they leave. My mama convinced her to not say anything, and they leave. Then after that, guess what I do? I make sure the coast is clear. I make sure they're gone. I run out that house, and I never look back. I run to the car and drive straight to EP house. And that was in for that, man. Now I had to move her out. And let me tell you about my crackhead daddy. I said, yeah, I'm going to call him damn crackhead. My damn crackhead daddy. So my daddy, I called my daddy up here to help because that's what he did. That's what he did to make a living. He sat on the corner of U-Haul, Broward and 27, and waited for you to come get your truck, and he would help you move furniture, move around, whatever you got to move. So my daddy was pretty experienced at that. So I had him come on up, and he called his friends, which I should have known better, but I'm used to it. They come move the furniture. Long story short, after moving all the furniture and all those things back home, my child's mother, girlfriend, whatever you want to call it at the time, necklace and bracelet is missing. I'll be damned. And never found again. We know where it's at. We know what happened. We know what happened. We ain't got to explain that. But that's that story of, and there's thousands more stories. There's thousands and thousands of more. I'm sure Patrick Mahomes Jr. got plenty of stories, but it's crazy. Right. If y'all don't understand, we are very normal. We come from, a lot of us athletes come from nothing. You know what I mean? So, and like for me, born in the 80s, the epidemic, you know what I mean? That was real. That affected us a lot down here, you know. Right. So that's my story, man. What do you remember about that? You remember anything? I know you remember not getting that combine letter.
Yeah. First of all, that still hurts to this day, not getting invited. How do you break the record and have over 30 sacks in college, almost 40 sacks, and don't get invited?
I think it was your wingspan. Show them your wingspan.
No, my shoulder was good then. They was good then,
brother. But I still don't think your wingspan that long. I still think we got about the same wingspan. So
it hurts. You joking, but it hurts right now. Lord, I didn't get invited to the combine. I won. Hey, for all y'all to know, defense. Tell me what sense did this make? I'm pulling a Jay-Z moment from the Grammys last night. How do you not get invited to the combine and you won defensive MVP for the team? I was the defensive most valuable player on the team. Everybody voted. I know it's personal at UCF, but I was the defensive most valuable player and didn't get invited to come by.
Because he had his crazy coach. His crazy coach gonna make sure that EP got the biggest award on the team. And in the NFL, they like to draft off potential or your athleticism and what they think he could do. That's why I talk about his wingspan, because maybe they thought he wasn't tall enough. Because he ran fast, he was quick, he had a bunch of sacks. But what was the problem? Did we ever get down to the dynamics of what it was?
No. Listen, first of all, it's only 1.2. The average years in NFL is 1.2 years, right? non-drafted players. I lasted good 4 or 5 years, so I had what it took. What happened was the Bledsoe report, when they came out, remember, it didn't have my name on it. No reason. Like, it just wasn't listed. Like, however they draft off a report, I wasn't even on there to get an invite. I found that out. I think the scout who was the national scout who was in charge of coming in to get UCLA, his wife called right when he was about to evaluate me, something. They had everybody else on the list. I wasn't even on the list to get evaluated. So
another story. Like you said, his name wasn't on the list, but mine was. What a coincidence. Right. It wasn't just on there because of my good play and my athleticism. Right. Guess what, y'all? While everybody was in school, when the scout came in, I would have somebody from the facilities call me. I would make sure I would meet the scout at the facilities. And I would ask them, what are the negatives about me? And what do you think that was stopping me from making it or getting drafted? And they would come up. I knew what it was because we had ran this 40 and everybody thought I was slow. So every time they came in, I would ask them the questions. So I would making them have recognition with my name and things like that. So when they said I was slow, I would bring up the tape where it was in press conference against Andre Davis. He was a 60-meter champ, an indoor 60-meter champ in the ACC, stride for stride. He was a 4.3 guy, and I broke it up. So I was kind of doing the necessary things. I guess I thought to get drafted and get my name on the list, and probably breaking the rules because I was supposed to be in class. I'm supposed to be in school, but hey, man, scouts, NFL. I go to class another day, man. I figure that out another time. You know what I mean? And I had done changed my major so many times, so I'm building credit and all that good stuff, man. Hey, I had a good machine rolling over there. But EP, man, he missed some of them days coming to the facilities because he had to get his work done.
Right. I graduated 3.5 years. I was going to class, so I missed a few of those days. But let me tell you, so people can clearly understand what I'm saying. It's a difference between being on the freaking list and having a low grade, high grade. I had 0 grade. It was like I didn't even ever play football. Right. So I think that's what it is. And I defied the odds. And this is one of my stories. Everybody got a story. I defied the odds because if you do not go to the combine, it's a less than 3%, maybe less than 1% chance of getting drafted. They draft the guys who they start the combine. I got drafted over guys that went to the combine because I was tagging it. It might have been second to the last pick, but I made it. And that's my story. Like, you got to go. That's the story.
And he lasted 4 years. And guess what, y'all? If he played for the 49ers right now and he had 15 sacks, they'd be like, he ain't no all-pro. He ain't no pro bowler. He's surrounded by the players around him because he was almost Mr. Irrelevant. That's how that junk go, man. They would be overlooking him. And then you have somebody like me or us up here that need to say what needs to be said and uplift the underdog because we tired of that bull crap. We don't care about your business plan, your business model, and what's supposed to go on and this and that and the other. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, that's crazy. That's a crazy story. The struggles that we had to go through to make it to the NFL, man. Like, y'all don't even understand. I know y'all see all the top dogs and the top picks and stuff like that, but I was almost not drafted. My homeboy who motivated us and inspired us to make us know we could get to the NFL, he didn't go to the combine either, and he went second round. So I said it before.
Stories out of UCF.
Stories out of UCF. So that's when I kind of was motivated and inspired. I knew I could make it to the NFL. Yeah, man. I ran a 4.4, made it, baby. EP, he had you did. If y'all don't know about the pro day, you got the combine, then you got the pro day. These are 2 times you are able to test. We call this rich slavery. You know what I mean? No,
right. But, almost.
You test for the combine, and you could test at the pro day. At your pro day, most of the teams that are really interested in coming to take a second look at you and do some special drills and stuff like that. So EP, he worked out at Florida State, and then he worked out at UCF. So I think he got most of his attention at Florida State because that's where.
Yeah. That's how it works. So what happened was I'm like, UCF still a small school at the time, so we might not have 30 scouts there. We might have 10, right? Maybe 15 on a good day. So I knew that the scouts who already overlooked me, I didn't have a lot of favor going into it because I didn't get invited to combine. So I'm just going to go work out in front of people who didn't invite me to the combine.
Mhm.
Although Jacksonville Jaguars, they sent the coach to come work me out, but we're going to work you out a linebacker. All right, cool. Right. Killed it though. Killed all the linebacker drills. I had the best feet like ever. Killed it. But the key part was, this was my claim to fame. This is how I got drafted. If anybody want to know how I got drafted, I was so determined. I used to work out and do DB drills with Asante, Fish, all these dudes. I was so determined to make it, right? And I knew if I can do their drills, I could be great as a D lineman. I go to Florida State Pro Day. I'll never forget, they had a guy named Alonzo Jackson. He was second round projected pick, DN, right? Never thought he was all that great, but I was like, I'm about to go show him up. Dog, I go there, back pedal. Dang. Hey, y'all need to do it like I was the other guy at their pro day. Do it like this other guy that's doing it. Go back. Bad drill, son. You know that back pedal, dig, bam, come up, dig, bam.
So they was thinking about maybe you possibly playing linebacker too, right?
Right. And so this what happened. I'm glad you asked. So this what happened. The person who's running the D-line drills, is the Cincinnati Bengals D-line coach, Jay Hayes.
Mm-hmm.
He's running the drill, but he don't say nothing to me. So after we get through, the head coach of Jacksonville Jaguars, Jack Del Rio, he don't look at me. You talking to me? You looking at me, son? I'm Jack Del Rio. Hey, Elton, I love the way you play, man. You're gonna play beside Hugh Douglas with me. I'm gonna bring you into Jacksonville, all right? Keep doing good. He talked to me and walk away. He don't want people to know. He don't want people to know. He don't want people to know.
And guess what? That's what we learn now. If they talk to you right in your face in front of everybody, you the top dog. You about to be number 1, number 2 pick. You know what I mean? But if they trying to talk to you on the slide and all that, they don't want people to know that you're getting interest in and people thinking about you. So they want to be able to get you in the 7th round free agency and 6th round and all that stuff. Hey, hindsight, right? Yeah, that's crazy. you thinking at that moment like, boy, I'm about to be a 1st round pick, 2nd round pick. You know what I mean?
Here we go. My dog did it last year. I'm coming up now, right? Nope. I go 7th round. Jacksonville, they didn't take me, right? Cincinnati, call. I guess that workout from the D-line coach. Hey, we like it. We're going to draft you with this pick. Oh, my gosh. Thank you, Lord. It's like a 10-pound ton off my chest. I just want to be drafted. And bam, that's how my career started.
So guess who worked me out? Y'all, if EP don't remember, you remember who worked me out? Who drafted me?
Mm-mm.
From the team that drafted me was Josh McDaniels.
People don't know this. It's interesting. Here we go.
The genius offensive coordinator. He was on the defensive side of the ball. So he came and worked me out, man. He working me hard. You know, it's one-on-one. So I'm doing the drills by myself. I'm getting tired and stuff like that. But that ain't the funniest part about it. You know, he hyped me up. I'm thinking I'm finna be his 1st pick, 2nd round pick. But it's a numbers game. They're gonna get you where you're rated at and stuff like that if they can, because they don't want to waste the pick on you when they can get somebody early if you're not rated so high. That's how the game goes. So what's the funny part, and EP gonna probably remember this, as he's working me out, we have a film guy. His name was Dana at the time. And when they come work you out, they got to stay over. Our film guy was asking Josh McDaniels or telling Josh McDaniels it's okay, he could stay at his house. He don't have to stay at the hotel. And everybody was in shock. And it was like, this was the weirdest situation he ever was in. And he was persistent. He kept asking, hey, man, you can stay at my house if you want, man. It's all good. It's like, this man don't know you from anywhere. Like, this is crazy. And then Josh McDaniels looking at me like, I know what to say. I'm 18. Well, I'm 20, 21, 22. I'm like, I don't know. Shoot, go stay. You might save some money. Oh, Lord,
man, I was doing that now. Weird Dana. All our UCF guys can relate to Weird Dana, the film guy.
Weird Dana, man. And yeah, man, them were the days, man. So yeah, man. That's a little insight from us, man. And we got the Super Bowl coming up. We're gonna probably kick off this Super Bowl show on I don't know, Thursday or Friday. We don't want to do it too late before the weekend, so we might have to see. We'll see. But yeah, man. Anything else we need to talk about, brother?
Oh no, I did want to hit on this though. I don't know if you saw it, and it was just me thinking to myself. I said I was gonna bring it up. So last night watching the Grammys, I'm not sure if you're a Grammys watcher guy, but
Yeah.
last night watching the Grammys, I saw Taylor Swift go on stage, and all of a sudden, we've been talking about her with Travis Kelce in the Kansas City and the Swifties and the impact she has had on the NFL. All of a sudden, last night, she said, "I've been holding the secret back for 2 years. I'm dropping my album April 19th. Everybody goes crazy," and I'm like, come on now. You don't think it has anything to do, let me ride this wave of this Super Bowl coming up this week where the whole world's going to be in tune and announce my album released on Super Bowl week? Come on, man.
Life is about timing, man. Life is about timing. And it's just crazy how it's all set up, and it's like the powers to be set everything up. Know you're going to win this award. You're going to be able to go up there and set your album and promote your album right there. And it's how you capitalize. Capitalizing off, the Super Bowl. They're promoting her to the fullest. So she's capitalized off that marketing. And why not? If the business and want to drop my album, this is the perfect time. Go drop your album. You could go promote it at the Grammy and the Super Bowl.
No, I got one bigger for you. I saw on the Today Show this morning. She's already slated to have a concert in China on Saturday. The Chinese consulate has made a statement and said, we are sure that we will get Taylor Swift to Vegas in time for kickoff, even though it's a 13-hour flight difference. They had to make a statement.
Made it known. Like, even if we met, they made a statement. So it's like, we're going to be held accountable. If we don't, we have to figure out and pay and whatever and fix it, all the situations that we messed
what
up.
Kind of jet, what kind of jet you think she's going to be on getting from China to?
Like a G8, G6, I don't know, one of them fastest.
They got a
G4. They got jets that go. They talking about jets that go from UK to Florida. I think they was talking about it in like 2 hours, some craziness. So I'm sure China, if anybody out of China got it first, you know what I mean?
Right.
And speaking of the Grammys, though, it's crazy too. If y'all didn't see Killer Mike was arrested or detained. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. He's detained for allegedly something that no one really knows about. It was talking about a scuffle with a security guard. And like you say, it's ironic. It's funny how all these situations are occurring at the Grammys at the biggest stage, for music, for the music industry. Right. And it's like, are these things set up this way? You could have detained him before the Grammys or after the Grammys, but you want to come here and do it there. But I guess these artists and things like that and the management know that this will bring a lot of attention, not a lot of notoriety to your brand. So let's do this and let's hit the airwaves and get your name in the algorithm. But other than that, it didn't really seem.
Hold on, because we're not going to say the C word, but you're telling me get arrested after the Grammys on the night you win and show yourself walking out with handcuffs on with a tuxedo on. That's pretty, because guess what? Either way, it's going to get a click.
Right. Killer Mike, he's a philanthropist, you know what I mean? So, he's want to show, and get his name running. So I don't know, man. It's just weird. I don't know, man. It just seems weird. It seems set up. It seemed prepared.
Don't overthink it, brother. It's all. Hey, listen, I'm on the business. I decided not to be a coach in the NFL or college because I enjoy the business. Don't fight the business. I'm all for Taylor getting her money. I'm all for Killer Mike. I'm all anything that goes on. I'm cool. I just know it's about the money. Just know it's always about the money.
Yeah.
Hey, but all right, man.
Last episode, man. A lot of people.
We had a few comments in the chat, man, if you wanted to get caught up real quick.
Go ahead. What are you talking about?
Well, first of all, we missed it a little bit, but we will say condolences to D-Pat. He said his dad, when he was 9 years old, was killed by a drunk driver when we were saying that. And it coincides with what you said, hey, guys, just get an Uber. Right. You said just it's not worth it.
That's touchy to a lot of people. A lot of people have another one. My child's my daughter's mother, her father was victim to a drunk driver. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So, it's very touchy to a lot of people, and a lot of people don't understand the irresponsibleness and DUIs and drinking while intoxicated and all those stuff, and driving while intoxicated and things like that. So, yeah, man, go ahead, get caught up in the chat.
And then, yes, Daniel Tosh went to UCF. I know you don't know who that is. And then lastly, he said, D-Pat, we should do a show to share our draft day experiences, which I think we can do that because we both got
coming up
different
every we probably do a whole reenactment for y'all. Boy, that was
Right.
stressful, boy. Draft day, if y'all don't understand, man, draft day is very stressful, boy. Like, man, that'd be stressful.
It is.
But, yeah, man. So
we good, brother. We good.
We good. I think I was saying something on the way out. I was about to say something, then we said we could chat. But yeah, man. So we appreciate y'all. Like I say, next show, we're gonna do a Super Bowl show. Go over Super Bowl breakdown. Because our winners lose. I've been to the Super Bowl, so I'm gonna have a Super Bowl story for you. I don't know. Did you go to Arizona with us when we went to the Super Bowl?
Yep. And I got one. Hey, we got one too. We got a nice one for you too. When you put me on the phone with a celebrity.
Oh, yeah.
We're gonna tell that story. We'll tell that
story. Crazy. We got so many stories for y'all. But man, till next time. Appreciate y'all. Anything y'all want us to talk about, make sure y'all send it, man. Send it in the chat, say it, whatever, however you need to get it to us. We'll talk about it. We'll go over it. But yeah. All right, next time. Salute y'all. Say what needs to be said. EP the truth. Mr. Pick 6. Be a big dog. We out.